Breaking news now on Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Now at 6, we continue to follow the breaking news from Hartford, where a man is dead after police shot and killed him. Thanks for joining us for the Fox 61 News at 6. I'm Brent Harden.
And I'm Bridget. Police say they shot the man who pulled out a gun. This all happened a few hours ago on Homestead Avenue. So let's take a closer look at the area here on your screen. Officers have the road closed right now between Sigourney and Garden Streets as they continue to investigate.
Fox 61's Angelo Bavaro is live at the scene with the breaking details. Angelo.
Hey, good evening, guys. And this investigation is still underway hours later after this happened. Hartford police did speak with us. They can't say much due to this being an officer-involved shooting. This investigation is now being led by the state's Inspector General's office and state police, which is what happens in these situations. Want to give you a look at the scene here again. This is at the corner of Homestead and Irving, about 4 or 3 blocks shut down. And those police cruisers are still lining this street. Let's run down what we know from Hartford police. Officers were on scene here on Homestead Avenue around 2:30 this afternoon conducting a firearms investigation. Officers made contact with the man connected to that investigation, the subject of that investigation, and police say that man immediately, quote, produced a firearm. Police say that is when 3 officers opened fire. That man was hit and was taken to a local hospital where he died.
We did locate a firearm on scene. That firearm belonged to the suspect, had an extended magazine in it, capable of holding many rounds.
Talk to your children. That's what you got to do. Please talk to your children. Ask them to come to church. This is what God has put us out here for. Go to church instead of running around in these streets with these guns.
And that last soundbite that you just heard was from a woman who lives around here. To give you some more perspective about where we are, we mentioned this is right off of Garden Street, which is a very busy road. Lots of buildings around here. If you take a look down the street, this is a very residential neighborhood. People work around here. We've seen school buses, people walking about, and people are frustrated with the gun violence that is happening here, all those firearms that they say they have been seeing around here. The IG should be releasing initial findings about what exactly happened here within 96 hours. That is per state policy. So, of course, as we get those updates, we'll pass those along to you at home. We're reporting in Hartford tonight. I'm Angelo Bavaro, Fox 61.
Angelo, thank you. We have some breaking traffic news tonight. I-691 in Meriden is closed near exit 1 right now because of a crash. This is a live look at the traffic backup. You can see it's a mess. State police say there are serious injuries as well. Traffic is being diverted off exit 68. We'll keep an eye on this and let you know when traffic is back up and running.
Definitely avoid the area if you can. Now we take you to more breaking news in Meriden, where police say one person was hit by 2 cars.
And tonight they are looking for one of the drivers. Fox 61's Jamel Johnson is in Meriden with reaction from neighbors.
It was here at the corner of Park and Cedar Street where a person was hit by 2 different cars. Police say one of the drivers stopped and is cooperating, but that second driver they're still looking for, as they say they fled the scene. It came as a shock to some neighbors, but others say they're not surprised. We asked a handful of neighbors about if they know what happened, but most of them said they only heard sirens and flashing lights from emergency crews. Neighbors were shocked when they found out someone was hit right across from where they live. Meriden Velasquez says she's been telling her family to be careful crossing the street for years.
It's heartbreaking. I have 4 kids, and knowing that this happened to a grown person, imagine kids. I will tell my husband and my kids, be careful, because God forbid someone gets hit and finally something sadly happened today. I know they closed the street on the other side, so everybody's just in this street as the main street going back and forth, but they're not conscious and they're always speeding.
According to Sergeant Boothroyd, the person who was hit is being treated at a nearby hospital. When I spoke with Meriden Velasquez, she says she thinks the only solution is to put speed bumps on this street to stop speeding. In Meriden, Jamel Johnson, Fox 61.
All right, Jamel, thank you. You'll find more coverage and all of these breaking news stories on our free Fox 61 app. Just use the QR code on your screen to download it or go to fox61.com 24/7.
We also have a weather impact alert for you tonight. Get ready for winds to pick up significantly outside as Connecticut will enter a wind advisory in about an hour.
Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank is here with the first check in the forecast. So Rachel, how strong of the winds are we talking here?
We're looking at gusts up to as high as 40 to 50 miles an hour, and that could result in some isolated outages across the state. Usually gusts up to 50 is not enough for significant outages or prolonged outages, just because we don't have any leaves on the trees. But just like last night, it doesn't take much if there's a weakened tree limb that can come down or a tree that's dying. Sometimes it takes just a gust to take it down. So make sure everything's charged up just in case. Secure any loose items out there so they don't blow away. We wanted to let you know about that. And if you have a high profile vehicle like a truck, sometimes it can be a bit harder. You got to grip onto the steering wheel. And this is in effect 7 p.m. tonight into 7 p.m. tomorrow night. So here's a look at that wind advisory that is posted for the entire state. High wind warnings for our neighbors to the north. Here's a look at current gusts. Not too bad, but obviously those will increase as we head through the evening tonight. And you can see the sun has set with temperatures in the 40s to right around 50 degrees. A couple light showers and sprinkles out there. We're not seeing much, but Oxford, Monroe seeing some, and right along the Rhode Island border. Give it another hour or two, these will be out of here, and we are looking at a windy and colder day tomorrow. Your full forecast coming up.
All right, Rach, thank you. Utility crews were busy restoring power this morning in several communities, including Bolton. Bolton High School was closed for the day because of an outage caused by a fallen tree in the center of town. Bolton Deputy Fire Chief Matthew Pereira told Fox 61 the downed wires caused the school to go to backup generator power, and then one of those electrical motors shorted out and started smoking. This all happened just before 4 this morning.
So we got a call for a fire alarm, and when we got into the building, there was a haze in one of the rooms attached to the mechanical room and an odor. So that's when we called for the structured fire assignment out of a complete abundance of caution.
Now, mutual aid was provided by Andover, Coventry, and Manchester fire departments. No fire was found inside the building, and fire crews quickly cleared out. Eversource worked to restore power in the area of Bolton Center Road until about 10:30 when the lights came back on.
Caught on camera, a man driving the wrong way on Route 5 in East Hartford last night. Police found Joshua Halla of Wethersfield after 8:30 at night and pulled him over safely, as you see them doing so right here on your screen. Police say Halla admitted to smoking marijuana before getting behind the wheel and was, quote, intentionally driving the wrong direction. It's unclear why that is. Halla posted his $50,000 bond. He will face a judge later this month for his reckless driving and operating a motor vehicle under the influence charges.
A woman is dead after a crash in North Branford. It happened yesterday afternoon at the intersection of Foxen Road and Doral Farms Road. Police say 82-year-old Diane Golia of Branford was driving one of the cars involved, and she died at the scene. The driver and passenger in the second car were taken to the hospital with serious injuries, and the crash is under investigation now.
As state leaders go back and forth on how to bring down energy costs in Connecticut, dozens of ratepayers testified before the state's Energy and Technology Committee today. Right now, Connecticut pays the second highest electric rates in the country, but finding solutions to what many view as an affordability problem is not so easy. Most of those people who spoke today said they are struggling to pay their energy bills. Many blame the public benefits charge on their bill. The state-mandated charge covers assistance for low-income ratepayers and energy efficiency programs. Republicans have proposed eliminating the charge altogether, but the commissioner of the Department of Energy and Environmental Protection, also known as DEEP, testified that will only drive consumer costs up more. Democrats have pitched bringing prices down by shifting energy sources, like embracing more nuclear energy options and thermal energy alternatives. Regardless of what the committee ultimately decides here, ratepayers agree on one thing: something needs to change.
A lot of folks are concerned about the cost of electricity and energy in Connecticut. We are too. Unfortunately, the bills before the legislature today, we don't feel when you lift the hood and look at the bills will actually reduce energy costs. In fact, they're likely to increase energy costs, and from an environmental perspective, they're going to increase pollution and cause more harm to human health and our environment. They don't do what needs to get done in order to address high cost of electricity.
About 150 people testified today. Coming up at 10, we hear from a local business owner who is fed up with the high energy costs, why she says it's affecting her bottom line. That's at 10. We'll also take a closer look at the proposals up for consideration and what it means for your energy bill.
State leaders gathered in Hartford a few hours ago to talk about the potential impact if Medicaid funds are cut. President Donald Trump and Republicans in Congress are currently considering cutting federal funds to Medicaid. It's an $880 billion health care program funded by taxpayers, which thousands of people in our state are signed up for. It helps low-income families have access to health care and can afford.
The nation is under assault. And that's why we have to bring this to the public's attention. And everybody needs to get on the phone and call. The media has never been more important to our nation than now.
Republicans and the Trump administration say they want to cut Medicare funding to save budget money. Well, 5 Bridgeport Democratic Party officials were in court today, all accused of abusing the absentee ballot system during the 2023 mayoral election. Wanda Jeter Pataki, Margaret Joyce, City Council members Alfredo Castillo, Maria Pereira, and Jasmarie Melendez all face 156 charges collectively. It was a brief appearance. All 5 defendants were advised on the terms of their release and told they cannot talk to potential witnesses. No pleas were entered. Councilman Castillo's lawyer says they're waiting to see any evidence.
We'll see where the evidence leads us, but certainly my client as well as all the accused are very interested in knowing exactly what this evidence is. The warrant is just a summary of what the accusations are.
Accusations range from illegally taking possession of voters' absentee ballots to misrepresenting voter requirements. They are next scheduled to appear in court on the 21st.